Hello there, welcome to Bushcraft and Bullshit. This is the Bushcraft Bullshit series where we test out survival hacks that's trending at the moment. Today we are gonna light tuna in oil and Pringles on fire, using this as a stove and this as a method of creating a fire. And I'm gonna say why I think that's bullshit. But first, a little backstory. To me, this genre of outdoor content represents when outdoor content gets mass-produced in the mainstream. All of these popular survival hacks have a similar gimmick, hook, and a similar style. The style is kind of mimicking the 5-minute crafts or life hacks you see everywhere, but it's no personality, no emoting, no talking, just showing the camera with the utmost confidence that why this is the most important survival hack you would ever need to know. And why is it so popular? Well, I think it got very popular about a year ago when a certain creator discovered that going braless into the woods is a very powerful form of entertainment. Now, certainly there is some skill involved, but the yoga pants forest life hack combo is incredibly powerful. And I do admit there was some solid points. It's about a year ago since that, and here we are, just looking at the same copied, stolen, and reproduced content that's still floating around, and it just seems to get worse and worse. But I thought we would start with some of the OG survival hacks in this particular category. And even though some of these bushcraft survival hacks have some merit and some knowledge about them, it's all negated by the fact that every single content creator is just copying the same stuff over and over again in the same shot, the same frame, the same style. And I think it is just selling out and totally anti-community, especially when they don't credit where they got it from. And I know that's what social media is all about, just copying. But I think it's a load of crap. And that's also what they say when I ask them. So why do you keep reproducing this content? Well, everyone else does it. That's the basic answer I get. And I do not like it. I think it is... yeah, I think it's selling out. But it works. The content works. It gets put into the all-famous, mysterious algorithm and get pushed out. So it does work, and for some, that's enough. I think these survival and bushcraft tips are at best novelty camping tips and gimmicks. A tuna can stove with a tuna in it when you need to impress your family's 3-year-old at a truck stop on an RV trip. It's just party tricks. And at worst, it's totally misleading to newcomers of the outdoor world what bushcraft and survival really is. It's definitely not setting tuna on fire, but I'm getting ahead of myself. There's a lot of lore and origin behind all these crafts and hacks, but we're going to get into them as the series move along. But like a once wise barbarian once said, enough talk, then he threw a knife. Let's go. So let's use the tuna can as a stove and let us open it like it should be opened in these kinds of videos. Of course, with the use of gimmicks. Remember, the more gimmicks you have, the better the video does. So, yes, okay. And in the original video, I know he used 2 plies of toilet paper, but we are just gonna use a napkin. Come on, you bastard, soak. Already this hack is starting to feel a bit fishy. Come on, you dick. So not only are the tissue paper soaking wet, I guess the girls are too, because this hack is just... It's a bit windy today, but who cares? None of these trash crafters use a windscreen, so we are not gonna do that either. Now the toilet paper has been soaking in oil. Now we are ready to light the tissue, and the oil will, to a certain degree, sustain the flame. Let's boil some water. Just to make it a tiny bit effective, I used a windscreen and I poured about a cup of water in there. It's been on there for about 2 minutes. Let's keep cooking. Okay, Let's try it. Just. It's not bad, but it really just has a taste of burnt tissue paper. Do keep in mind when you cook in these cans, they do have a coating of epoxy lac or some kind of polymer coating that will melt and will seep into your food. I'm not going to waste this, but you should not do that very often. It's good to know that tissue paper can be prolonged in burn time when you add oil to it. And the guy who originally did this hack just showed it as a camping trip. He was in an enclosed outdoor space and he heated up a cup of tea. He's a very inventive guy, and I'll link his Instagram in the description. But as marketed by the masses as a survival and bushcraft hack, no merit at all. Not in my book. But it is quite handy. You can use tissue paper or toilet paper on this, because all I want to do with it anyway is wipe my ass with it. Now using chips as a fire lighting material. I can feel it's already trying my patience, but let's give it a go. Not really much to this, just using chips as a way to start a fire. And why do the chips burn? Well, it's a lot of starch, carbohydrates, and fat. So why wouldn't it burn? Let's see. This takes off pretty fast. Or does it? I don't know. It didn't go up in flames as I expected. Damn. Didn't think I would have to work for this one. Okay, that takes quite a bit of flame to get that going. The whole gimmick about this, you know, burning your food to get a fire where you presumably cook food in a survival situation, that's just ridiculous. As far as a party trick for beginners, I wouldn't even recommend this to beginners. It still takes some effort, some ridiculous, pointless effort, but effort nonetheless. I don't have a lot to say about this one, but I think the only real value in this hack is the nutritional value that we are currently burning. So from a survival standpoint, it is just redonkulous. One of the plus sides to this camping hack as well is that you skip a lot of parts and you just burn your food immediately instead of in a cast iron pan. I think this trick in particular is very, very useless. And I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's clever. I think it's just bright colors for the Cocoa Melon audience. These things are definitely not skills. Some of it is knowledge. Some you can use, but you know, knowledge is not a skill. Knowing something isn't a skill. Knowledge plus a practical technique that you can actually practice. And when you practice a certain technique enough, you get a level of experience that is beyond the average person in anything, outdoor related, sports related, and then you can call it a skill. So I think setting fire to tuna cans and chips isn't survival skill or bushcraft, it's just bullshit. So that's why we're here. So remember, knowledge and practice gets you skills, and bullshit gets you on my channel. See you later.